Okay, so let's start by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato
Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Homage to the sublime, the victorious, the totally self-enlightened one. Okay. Previously, we have sent this table made by Venerable Aganyani. It's also very clear. So now I like to, because we just talked about the grid-rooted consciousness, so I like to take a look with everyone what kind of chetasikas are included in what kind of grid-rooted consciousness here. So in this table, it's very easy that we can see everything. There are all kinds of, the 52 chetasikas are all listed in this side. This one, karmically variable, actually means ethically variable, same. And then we have the unwholesome ones and we have the beautiful ones. So all 52 are here. And here on this side are all the consciousness, different types of cittas. Now the first group, the 8 grid-rooted consciousness here, we can see in this table what are included, like the universals and this, the 7 universals. And then we have all these occasional. So some of them, you see some of them are associated, some of them are not. So this table is really useful when we want to just quickly remind ourselves which one, which chetasika associate with which kind of chitta. In a glance, it's very, very clear. So to make it a little bit graphic, now we will take the first grid-rooted consciousness as an example. Okay. Now, the first grid-rooted consciousness, Lobhamūla Citta, is, how is it? It's accompanied by somanasa, mental pleasure, associated with wrong view and unprompted, right? Okay, so let's take this first Lobhamūla Citta as an example and see what kind of chetasikas arise together with this grid-rooted consciousness. Before we start with this, just to remind everyone, citta and cetasika, they always arise together at the same time, exist, and then they all pass away at the same time. So here, now in this graphic, you will see that it comes in and different cetasika goes in, but then it seems like there is like an order of which one first and later then, but that is just for illustration purpose, just that we separate them in groups and then we are more clear about what chetasikas are included, but they always arise together, exist together, and pass away together. Okay, so the first grid-rooted consciousness obviously includes the ethically variable universals, because these 7, phasa, contact, vedana, mental feeling, sanya, perception, chetana, volition, ekagata, one-pointedness, jivitindriya, life faculty, manasikara, attention, all these 7 ethically variable universal chetasikas arise with all kinds of cittas. So any cittas that arises always arise together with this 7. So this 7 is a must, always there. Now, for the first grid-rooted consciousness, let's see which of the ethically variable occasionals go in. So we have vitaka, initial application, vichara, sustained application, adhimokkha, determination, viriya, effort, piti, joy, chanda, wish to do. Okay, what do you think, everyone? Initial application, vitaka, vichara, you think it associates with grid-rooted consciousness? Yeah, right. Yes, actually, this group, these ethically variable occasionals, they associate actually with a lot, we can say almost all of the cittas. Just some specific cases, they are not there, but most of the time they are there. So vitaka, vichara, yes. How about determination? What do you think? Yeah, when we want something, yeah, we want something. No, that is the determination there. How about effort? Do we need effort to want something? A lot, right? Yeah, so we need effort. How about joy? Also, since this one is accompanied by mental pleasure, is accompanied by somanasa. So when the feeling is somanasa, then piti also goes there. So it's together with joy in this case. And remember, this one is ethically variable. So if this is a greed-rooted consciousness, although joy seems like, in English, it seems like something wholesome, no? Something nice, something good, no? But it is possible that it is associated with akusala as well. Because sometimes when let's say when we see something, someone that we don't like, something bad happened to him, sometimes a very bad mind can arise that we feel joyful about unfortunate things happening to someone that we don't like, right? Possible, yeah? So joy is ethically variable, actually. Okay, how about chanda, wish to do? Do you think it arises? Yeah. Okay. Yes, it does. Okay. So actually, for the first type of greed-rooted consciousness, all of them, 6 of them, the ethically variable occasionals, all of them arise together with greed-rooted consciousness. Okay. Since it is an akusala citta, not only the ethically variable ones, it must also associate with akusala universals. No. So what are they? They are moha, delusion, ahirika, moral shamelessness, anotapa, moral fearlessness, udacha, restlessness. Whenever any kind of akusala citta arise, these 4 akusala universals, they always there, always. All kinds of akusala citta are or always have moha root, so delusion root. So this root is always there. Then whenever we do anything unwholesome, there always this ahirika and anotapa, lack of respect for oneself, lack of respect for others, they are also there. They included, associated with all kinds of akusala. Then we have udacha, restlessness. So whenever we want something, we feel it, no? The mind is not calm and peaceful. So this restlessness associated with all kinds of akusala. So here, in other 4, this universal akusala also there. So now how many? Already 7 of these, 6 of these occasionals, and then 4 akusala universals. Okay, let's see another group. Akusala occasionals, Lobha group. Okay, so since we are talking about the first Lobhamūla Cittas, Lobha group, then Lobha group, of course, it would associate here. Then we have Lobha, craving in the Lobha group, diti, wrong view, mana, conceit. Occasionals, we have dosa group also, and we have the other group as well. So let's see what goes in here. So what do you think? Lobha? Yes or no? Sure, no? Lobhamūla Cittas, obviously. Diti? Yes, in this case, because first great-rooted consciousness is associated with wrong view, no? So it must also go in. How about mana? No, mana does not associate here. Dosa?
No.
Yeah, dosa also does not associate, right? And the other group here, well, later I will list out what is the other group. So actually here, in this occasional group, only Lobha and diti goes here, okay? Now the dosa group also does not associate here. And yes, Austin.
So why wouldn't mana be associated?
Okay. For example, when a person, he wants something, let's say, I want this phone very much. Okay, so this is the object of my craving. And then I think that karma does not give bad result. If I want this, or if I have a lot of craving, it doesn't matter. There is no wholesome, no unwholesome. Then whatever good I do doesn't matter. Whatever bad I do also doesn't matter. If I have this background idea of karma, of not understanding karma, with this background idea, I'm not, of course, when I'm wanting the phone, I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about karma. But if I have this background idea, then this craving that arises is together with this wrong view. Because this person have this general idea of thinking that it doesn't matter. And yeah, I can do whatever I want, right? So in this case, his craving is with wrong view. But mana, what is mana thinking? When mana is arises, is actually conceit is comparing himself with another person. He's thinking that, oh, I am better than this person, or I am worse than this person, or I am equal to this person. So it's a comparison. So the object is different. So mana and diti, they do not arise at the same time. It can be in a different mental process, but not in the same chitta. Is that okay?
I thought mana was, I had a different understanding of what mana was. I thought it was like mine or something.
Mana is conceit here, pride, conceit. Okay, so sometimes in the scriptures, it is also explained that mana and diti is like they are both very strong. So it's like two lions. So within one group, there can only be one lion. So they do not exist at the same time. So in one cave, it can only have one of them, either diti or either mana, because both of them are so strong. So it is also explained in this way. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the first grid-rooted consciousness. So now we know how many kinds of chetasikas arise together with them. So remember, they all arise together at the same time, exist together, and then it passes away altogether. So it does not arise one after the other. Okay, so that's the first grid-rooted consciousness. Let's take a look at the second grid-rooted consciousness. That is the accompanied or again by mental pleasure, somanasa sahagata, again associated with wrong view, but this time prompted. Okay. All right. So second Lobhamūla Citta, basically, it goes the same. All the other ones, ethically variable universals, occasionals, Akusala universals, and then Akusala occasionals here. Because diti is here, so mana will not arise, okay? So mana will only arise in those citta that is dissociated from wrong view, because they are the two lions, right? So when diti is there, and mana does not arise. So mana only arises in those chittas that are without diti, but it is not a must. So sometimes it arises, sometimes it does not arise. So it depends on the object, depends on the situation, okay? So mana is one cetasika that is called not fixed. Aniyeta, it's called not fixed. Okay, yes, Austin.
Sorry, isn't mana also like a wrong view?
Yes, mana is also basically based on a wrong view, because it is based on like thinking, well, how can I say? It's actually not, it can be based on wrong view, but it itself is not wrong view. Yes, because the mana itself, it compares himself with others. So that's what he does, yeah? But it is obviously based on a wrong view. But that wrong view is does not arise together, although they are related. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So this mana is the same as the, like you one mentioned in the higher fetter, right? 10 fetters, like
yes.
yeah,
Yes,
okay.
Actually, mana is eradicated until the Arhata Magga, actually. But diti, wrong view, is eradicated in the Sotapati Magga. So the first stage of enlightenment
is in the lower fetter, right? Lower
yes.
fetter.
So in the first stage of enlightenment, diti is eliminated, totally eradicated, but mana can still be there, and until the Arahata Magga, the fourth stage of enlightenment, it is totally eradicated. Yeah. Okay. All right. So obviously, dosa group does not arise here. Now, since it is prompted, the other group of Akusala occasionals, which includes tina mida, sloth and topa, and vichikicha and doubt, this one, tina and mida, it is possible that it can associate here with the prompted one. But Vicikicca, obviously, it is not associated here because this Vicikicca arises together with Mohamula Citta, remember? It arises together with the delusion-rooted consciousness, yeah? Okay, so here, prompted, when it is any kind of prompted cittas, Tina and Mida, slot and topa, is possible that it can associate, but not always. So it does not mean that any prompted citta always associate with Tina Mida. No, but it is possible that when it arises together with those prompted cittas. So for example, yeah.
Tina Mida is a one thing, right? I mean,
there are two chetasikas. They always arise together, but they are two separated chetasikas. So one is like a kind of like a sickness or dizziness of the citta, and other sickness, dizziness of the chetasikas. So both of them are like kind of lazy and slot and topa. They arise together, but they're separated chetasikas.
This is from the 5 hindrances, right? One of the 5 hindrances.
Yes, one of the 5 hindrances, right. Mm-hmm.
But in 5 hindrances, it's as one.
Mentioned together. Yeah. But they are in ultimate reality 2 chetasikas.
But in any case, it will not be separated, right? It will always.
Yeah, in any case, they always arise together. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I thought why they are making 2 separate. We're like, Tina Mida.
Because their function is different, their characteristic is different. Yeah, although they work together, but they have different function. Let's say in a family, the father and mother, they live in the same house, they have same children, and they always go here and there together, but they have different function, one father and one mother. So something like that.
Okay.
And then together they are called parent or something. Huh? All right. So Edith, yes.
Can you please give an example for when the Tina Mida is present, and it's a prompted citta, and when Tina Mida is not present and it's still a prompted citta?
Yes. So for example, if let's say a person told me, let me get something here. Oh, okay, this is good. Said, this chocolate is really good. So previously I have never had this chocolate before. So I don't know about this chocolate. So when I first see it, I don't have craving for it, let's say. But then my friend really liked this chocolate. And then he said, oh, this is so good. You really need to try it. It's very nice. And then I thought, oh, yeah, maybe it's really good. Now I really want it. So this is a citta prompted, yeah, because it's not from me that I say, oh yes, I want this chocolate. So it's because someone encouraged and said, oh, this is really good. Okay, now I want it. So this greed-rooted consciousness arises prompted, but without Tina and Mida. So, but another time, then I'm really so tired and I'm so sleepy and I'm like getting like with Tina and Mida already. And then my friend said, oh, do you want this chocolate? Maybe you give you some energy or something. Then, oh, okay, that sounds good. Now I want it. Then that's associated with Tina Mida as well.
Okay, so it's kind of like similar with coffee, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Thank
yeah,
you.
something like that. Okay, so this is a little bit more graphical way of showing what kind of chetasikas associate with this Lobhamūla Citta. And I've made another presentation because, different people, they have different likings. And sometimes this graphic is easier to understand for one person and sometimes another presentation. So I made another presentation just for reference. So say this is a Lobhamūla Citta, the whole thing. So what arises, the 7 universal chetasikas, then these 5 universal occasionals also, and then we have the 4 universal Akusala, and then we have Loba and Diti. So this is the first Lobhamūla Citta. It arises all together with all these elements. So that's the first Lobhamūla Citta. This is Pali, and in English would be like that. So Lobhamūla consciousness great rooted consciousness associated with all these, and these ones and these ones. Okay, so for all other cittas, I didn't make graphics for everything. So if you want to know which citta associate with which kind of chetasikas, so just take a look at this graphic and this table, or the one that Edith made also is very nice. I didn't put it here today, but you can see very clearly, universal 7 is associated with everything. And then these ones, you can see the 5, 6, 7, 8, which is associated with upekkha, right? Mental feeling. Therefore, joy is not here, you see. So joy cetasika is not here because it is associated with upekkha feeling. Okay, so associated with wrong view, without wrong view, like that. So this conceit, you see, these two, it's only present in those that are not, that wrong view is not present. But again, this is not a must. So depends. Sometimes it can be or cannot be. Yeah, slot and topper, same way. Okay, so anytime you want to see which chetasikas associated with which citta, you can always refer to the tables, and it is clear. Okay, so until here, any question? Yes, Austin.
So it's fair to say that the citta is associated with all these cetasikas, but it is not correct to say that it is the cetasikas are part of that citta, in the sense that it is like a citta is subdivided into these cetasikas, because it cannot be subdivided, right?
Yes, you're right. Yes, sometimes I used the word include, which is actually not right, because they are actually they arise together at the same time, so they are associated, they are related, they arise together, exist together, and pass away together. But yeah, they are like just as you said.
Can you please give me examples for when conceit is present with sloth and torpor and not sloth and torpor, and also like with the feelings, the somanasa and the upekkha?
Okay, I have to think. Let's everybody think about
Sorry.
it. No,
Okay.
it's okay. It's okay. That everybody can do an exercise. Let's all think about it and situation, because I think they can arise in many different situations. No, so let's all think about it. So with conceit and without slot and topper, I think that's quite easy. So say, for example, a person, and he's just so proud of himself and he's very happy being thinking that I'm the greatest person in the world, and he's so proud, and so it is with conceit and without slot and topper. That's I think quite easy. Now happily, now with conceit and without and with slot and topper, let's say. So that's this one, number 4. Yeah. So this person is very happily thinking that he's really good, and with slot and topper. I think maybe the person is drunk at the time, possible. Mine is not clear. That could be like a person get drunk and then he is like, saying to everyone, I am the best and this and that. Could that be an example?
I'm thinking of an example. May I ask if that's that? Let's say someone is does not want to do certain chores or work because he thinks like it's beneath him.
With slot and topper?
Yeah, they don't
also
want to
that
do
is
it.
possible, but I think it would be the case that is associated with upekkha, because he won't be happily.
Oh yes, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah, anything else?
Thank you.
All right. In this case, then we finished with the 8 kind of Lobhamūla Cittas, and also with what kind of chetasikas they associate with, right? So again, with wrong view, when it is with wrong view, diti must always be there, unprompted, and when it is prompted, slot and topper, tinamida is possible, not always. Now, when it is dissociated from wrong view, then mana, conceit is possible, but not always. Then again, unprompted and prompted. So accompanied by neutral mental feeling, in this case, joy will not be there. No pity does not associate here, and associated with wrong view again. So this in this part is basically the same. Okay, so up to here, we have finished the revision of the 8 kinds of Greek-rooted consciousness. And I think maybe it's good enough today to stop here. Otherwise, it will be a lot of material. So let's continue next week. We will continue with some revision together with the associations of Chitta and Cetasika. Okay? All right. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. So let's finish the session by sharing merits and dedicating our efforts for the attainment of Nibbana. Okay. Itam no punyam Nibbana pacheyo hotu. Itam no punyam Nibbana pacheyo hotu. Itam no punyam Nibbana pacheyo hotu. Itam no punyam savasatanam pajima. Itam no punyam savasatanam pajima. Itam no punyam savasatanam pajima. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bruce, if you would stay a little bit, just 1 minute, I will post the link on the chat box. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.